Yeah, so now that we learned the scale, we're going to do some improvisation exercises. So first I want you to be sure that you play with each finger at the position. So you have long, middle, ring and little. One each at a fret. And when you play with the right hand, you go, have the finger supported here, and then you go down, up. So I want you to play like with the right hand technique. It's going to be like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now if we look closer here, I want you to work with different segments and sing the notes. So you're going to go A, C, D, E, G, A. Or if you want to do it in Swedish, you can go A, C, D, E, G, A. And then A, G, D, A, G, E, D, C, A. So you got used to the way notes sound in relation to each other. And then I want you to start doing small improvisational licks. Like A, C, C, A, D, C. And then I want you to repeat it and play with time. I'm going to send you a track with just A minor on it. And you can play with it. So it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. A, C, C, A, D, C. And 4, 3, 4. A, C, C, A, D, C. So you take it small steps. So it's A, C, C, A, D, C. Do small easy improvisations. And then you can work with, then you can do with D, E, E, D, G, A, D, E, E, D, G, A. So you take small things. If it's a lot to think about, just take 2 notes. A, G, G, A, A, G, A, G, G, A, A, G, E, D, D, E, D, E, E, D, D, E, D, A, G, G, A, A, G, E, D, D, E, D. You can build up a solo that way, make it as micro steps. And then you can combine all the 3. A, C, C, A, D, C, A, C, C, A, D, C, A, G, G, A, A, G, E, D, 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 E, D, A, C, C, A, D, C, A. Yeah, so that makes sense, taking in small steps. And then you can take the second part of this scale and go A, C, C, A, D, C. So you do the same lick you did before, if you remember it. Otherwise, do something similar. A, C, C, A, D, C. And then here back. A, C, C, A, D, C. Eller in Swedish. A, C, C, A, D, C. And then you can go and take the next one. And then you go A, C, D, E, E, G, G, E, G, E, E, G, G, E, G, E, E, G, G, E, G, E, A, C, C, A, C, A. And here on the upper string, it's always the same notes on the bottom. So you have A, C, A, C. It's just it's an octave higher. And then you can combine in the upper range. You will go A, C, C, A, C, A, E, G, G, E, G, E, E, C, C, A, D, C, A. And you can do different rhythms. You can go 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So go A, C, A, D, C, A. Yeah. So you can do different rhythms. And then you can start experimenting with bending. So when you're on the upper strings, you have support of the hands and you go. Try to bend. Just experiment with it, see. It's hard to bend here with the fingers. I will bend. Try to bend into the next scale of the tone of the scale. So you have E, G, A. So try to bend from G to A. So it's basically like doing. Here it's kind of hard because it's so little space to bend with, but it's pretty much. So you go. Yeah. And then next here, you try to bend from D to E. And it's easier when you bend if you have support with the other fingers, so you just don't go with the last. It's going to be much harder, but you have support of all the three of the fingers and go. And you can have the thumb behind here, then you have more support to go up, then you have more strength. So start checking that out. And then here, you have A, C, A, then you have to bend the third, that's long. That can be hard, but you can still train bending. And when you have the strings, the three lower, you bend upwards. And this is up on the guitar. All right. So this, which looks like down, is actually up because it's the smaller, the lighter strings. And have E to G. You have to see here. Instead of doing da, D, da, you go D, E, G, and then. So you go C, D, C. This is an ear training exercise as well. And then, yeah. So these are the ones you can bend with. So again, I repeat, you bend into the next scale tone. So here it's going to be C, D. And you push with the fingers close to the fretboard and go up. It's okay if you push aside the other strings. And if you push down firmly, you're going to get the sound. And then G to A. And try to maintain the tone up and down. And here you have E, G, E. And then A, C, A. That's a long one. Might be so hard to achieve, but you can work at it for practice. And here. And here. C, D, C. Like that, yeah. So you can start incorporating this into your solos. If you go. So try to bend into the next tone. D, E, E, G, E, verses. And then could I take and then you take the next. Sounds good. And then you can go. That's a bit tougher. So it's important is to start working with bends, because bend is part of the language of guitar. You can't bend the tone on a piano, but you can do it on a guitar. So you want to exploit it. Then you can start working with small vibrato. So you press down the finger and you vibrate it fast. And if you combine this, it could be like that. So yeah. You can vibrate the other tones too. But it's nice as a way to sustain the note so it doesn't die. It tends to die and be lifeless, but if you put a vibrato on it, it's more interesting. You can sustain it longer. You add energy to it. So I would practice just vibrato on one tone each. Like this, and also on the extremities. And then you have to go inwards, otherwise you go off the ledge, like this, so go inwards. And then I would do small phrases again with vibrato, only vibrato. You have to vibrate with all the fingers, a bit more demanding, but you can do it. And as you see, you get marks in the fingers, and it might hurt in the beginning, but you know, if you practice this maybe 10 or 15 minutes a day, it's going to go over and you're going to get really hard fingers. And you can start hammering nails into wood. No, I'm joking. But they will get harder, yeah. And the next step is to combine the bend with the vibrato, and I would just work with one string at a time. So I could play eller? So I strike it here with the right hand. Strike the last one. Strike, bend. Strike, play. So I get. And the next one I could go. Play. play, bend, down, play. And the next. And here it sounds really good because you get the blue note. You go from the fourth. You can go up from. You can go from D to E or D to D sharp. And just bend a half step. So here I combine. So here I bend, play, vibrato, bend, or vibrato. So slowly, bend, vibrato, vibrato. So try to sing it. Da ba da dee da ba do da. Da 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 da. And then go. There you have to bend quite a lot. So play along with it and do small mini licks with just notes on adjacent strings close to each other. Like that, so you can repeat them back so you know what you're playing and start working with creating music with minimalistic amount of notes, and that's going to help you play more musical and get in touch with the guitar as well as playing with the vibrato and the bends. So repeating, you will play the scale down, up, down, up. That, and then you work on bends going to the next scale note. Okay, out of tune. Sorry about that, kind of lost the tuning there. It's kind of got an out of tune here a bit. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. So you have to stay in touch with the tuning as you play when you do lots of bending. Yeah. And then you do small licks with bends. So you can control it. And you bend up to the next scale tone. And when you come to the middle, you bend towards you. And when you're down, you bend away from you. And then here. And then you start playing a vibrato on all the tones. And then you start playing around with vibrato and bend, so it could be. Like that. And then start doing musical ideas, and when you can play around in one box like this, you can then start transposing it to other boxes and using it in other boxes, and it's going to start sounding really good and awesome. So enjoy this week practicing blues and pentatonics. See you next week. Bye.